We have an update now on that cyber attack we broke to you yesterday. The U.S. Central Command's Twitter account breached by ISIS supporters. It's now up and back online. CENTCOM's latest tweet calling the breach an act of vandalism. A Pentagon spokesman today saying the government views this as little more than a prank. But is government downplaying the threat? We're asking Republican Congressman Bill Johnson of Ohio, who was watching our breaking coverage on this topic last night. Congressman Thompson, thanks for coming on the show. It is great to have you here again. I believe we've had you before. So this language that it's a prank, it really bothers me. It gets under my skin. What's your reaction to that? You're an IT professional. You've worked in the business.
Well, I certainly wouldn't call it a prank, but let's put it into context. The folks that conducted this hacking operation, they did not get inside of CENTCOM's classified or unclassified networks. And they didn't get to any government files. This is a Twitter account, much like you would set up or I would set up. But here's what we've got to understand. We need to be taking cybersecurity very, very seriously across the board. If we don't understand how seriously damaging it would be for our adversaries to get inside of our national security networks, our governmental networks, even our commercial networks like energy and healthcare and financial, it could be economically devastating and ripple throughout the world.
What does it tell you? I realize Twitter's not essential, right? The governments aren't whispering to each other over Twitter and giving away our secrets. Right. But how concerning is it to you that hacking Twitter for CENTCOM was an easy thing to do?
Well, you know, when I was first elected in 2010, my Twitter account got hacked. And I'm a member of Congress right after we came into office. I don't know if you remember that or were aware of that. And we had to launch an investigation here in the House to find out who did it. It's not that tough to do, and it is a public account or public network that's available to almost anybody. And information technology has gotten to the point to where if you know how to program in ones and zeros, you'll eventually find a way to get into almost anything that you want to get into. It needs to be taken seriously.
Congressman Johnson, what do you recommend? I mean, what should we be doing here? Changing passwords? What's it going to take?
Well, in terms of Twitter, I think CENTCOM has taken the right approach by making sure that they do change their passwords on their Twitter accounts frequently, and also reminding their people not to put any kind of sensitive information out in a tweet. Most professionals in the Department of Defense know that. I know when I worked at CENTCOM in 2005 and before that in U.S. Special Operations Command back in the 90s, we all understood that and we got briefings on that regularly. So I think they know that, and I think they're taking the prudent action, but we've got to take cybersecurity very, very seriously.
When the president comes out and says the major thing we need to do is have companies report within 30 days, there's already laws on the books all over the country. 47 states have rules already regarding that. It seems to me we're a day late and a dollar short. That's what my mom would say. Do you agree?
Well, I think there are some that are behind the power curve. There are some companies and some agencies that just don't understand the criticality of cybersecurity, and they need to start taking it more so.
Congressman Johnson, thanks for coming on the show. Good to see you.
Thanks so much. Good to see you.